There we go. Oh, I got one. There we go. Hooked up. What's up, guys? Today I am in a rowboat right now. I got a little trolling motor. This is just this isn't like my setup or anything. I'm just at my cottage for like a couple hours. And yeah, today the mission is to catch some fall time bass. It doesn't look like it today. There's like a warm front coming through. But yeah, basically it's fall time here and the fishing has been very tough. So today the goal is to dial in on the bass, maybe not catch the most, but try a bunch of different baits, see what they're biting. And yeah, so I'm gonna tell you what I got rigged up first. So I only have 2 rods because my other one broke. But on this one we got a white and chartreuse 3/8 ounce spinner bait. And then on this rod we got Kraken craw rigged up with a 1/8 ounce weight or bullet weight. And yeah, it's in the Bama bug color. It's full of sand, so not the best view of it. But yeah, I got this little rowboat decked out here, so we're gonna see if we can't catch a couple of bass for us today. We might even catch some pike because there's a lot of pike in this lake. But yeah, let's hopefully get on some fish today. I'm really excited. Summer to fall time transition, so the fishing is slow, but we're gonna try to dial in these fish. Oh, I got one. Dang it, he's gonna wrap me around the pole. Oh, he's he's tiny. He's a baby. Tiny little, oh, never mind. He's a rod bender. I probably shouldn't have just flipped him like that. He wrapped me around a tree. Not gonna lie, I haven't caught a bass in a fat minute. He's really small, but honestly, who's counting? Number 1. Let's go. Okay, so he bit that craw, so I'm gonna keep throwing this craw with that little weight. I think that might be juice because it's pretty rocky right here, as you guys can see. And they're probably feeding on craws. So I'm gonna keep throwing this craw imitation, and let's see if I can catch some more. Oh, there's a fish. There we go. He's another little guy. Guys, I've only been fishing for like 10 minutes, not even. Oh, he jumped right off that hook. Okay, tiny, even smaller than that other one, but still, we're catching fish. We're dialing them in, even though we didn't really have to dial them in because the first bait I threw, they're munching, so that's a good thing. That means I don't have to dial them in really. I just gotta keep throwing what I got. So I'm gonna keep throwing this craw until it's all beat up, then throw on another one and repeat the process. So okay, I'm drifting, so I gotta go. All right, guys, I'm switching up plans a little bit. It got pretty windy for a couple minutes and I was starting to drift into the weeds, and I was actually not fishing for about 20 minutes probably because I went super deep into the weeds and I had to roll myself out of there with the oars. So now I'm gonna pull up about probably 40 or 50 feet away from the shore and just drop anchor and cast at the shore. And then once I've pretty much casted the whole entire shore, I'll probably pick up the anchor, move down about like a couple feet, and then just keep repeating the process instead of just trolling motoring like I usually am. It got a little windy, so change the plan. If it gets any more windy than it is right now, then I'll probably just switch to the spinnerbait and drift the weeds. So yeah, that's the plan. Oh, there's a fish. Come on. There we go. Hooked up. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was literally smaller than this Kraken craw. They're just getting smaller, guys. It went from just over a dink to a dink to smaller than a dink. So we're not going in the right direction, but see if we can catch some more. All right, guys, unfortunately I was only able to catch 2 fish. I sort of dialed them down, but I honestly think that it depends like what day it is. Like one day they could be eating crays, some days they could be eating little minnows. So yeah, it depends. But today they were eating crayfish, or some of them were at least. We got a few bites, caught 2. See you guys next week. All right, guys, I know that I just did an outro there. The video's not over yet because I just realized that the video is actually pretty short. I only caught 2 fish and then that one dink that flew off right at the boat. So today we're at this pond. I still have what was rigged up from 2 days ago, which was the Kraken craw, and probably gonna throw that because it'll probably get bitten here. So what I'm gonna do is, since this video is probably pretty short up until this point, I'm gonna continue fishing with the Kraken craw, and if this doesn't work, I'm gonna keep switching baits until I figure out what they're biting. So yeah, technically this is like the second part to it, but yeah, we're gonna see if we can't catch any old bass here at the pond. So yeah, I'll see you guys if I get bit or if I have to switch up baits or whatever. Guys, something literally, I don't know, I didn't even feel a bite, but apparently something just nibbled off my appendages. I put on a new craw and it just ripped both of them off. I didn't even feel any bites or nibbles or anything, but I must have, when I was like working the little craw, I must have ripped it out of whatever had its mouth, the fish's mouth, whatever it was. So even though I just got a bite on that, I've been fishing this for a while and I'm thinking about just giving it a try and switching up to a jerkbait. I've never used a jerkbait here at this pond, and I typically don't usually use jerkbaits because I use them like a couple times a year. I'm not a big jerkbait guy. I usually just like to stick to soft plastic. I'm gonna cut off this Kraken craw and try out the jerkbait. All right, I got the jerkbait tied on. The wind's starting to pick up. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing for jerkbaits. I honestly hardly even fish them, but yeah, we're gonna start throwing around this jerkbait and we'll see if I can catch a fish or not. So yeah, I'll see you whatever happens next. Hopefully I'll catch one. All right, guys, I know you probably hear the sound of that wind in the background, but yeah, that just calls for a spinnerbait. I know it calls for a spinnerbait, but like I said earlier, this is a very shallow pond. Most of the pond isn't even like a foot. So I have a resolution. We're not going to be fishing with a jerkbait or with a craw, but what we are going to be fishing with is going to have to be a jig, if I can find one. There's a certain jig I'm looking for. It's got a certain color that does really well in this pond for some reason. Oh, there it is. I found the jig I'm looking for. All right, guys, this jig, if you didn't watch the best rated Amazon rod, I used this jig to catch all of the fish, which I caught a couple fish, and there were some good ones. So if you want to check that video out, I'll leave it in the top right corner right here. You can click on it. And yeah, basically I caught a bunch of fish on it and it did pretty good. So we're gonna be tying up this jig today with a black and blue Kraken craw, because that is what slayed. Look at that. Or no, it's not even black and blue, it's green and blue. So that's the color of the Bama bug colored craw. So we're gonna tie this up and see if we can finally catch a fish. If I can catch one fish today, I'll be happy. Oh my God, there's one, finally. Come here, come here. He's not even big. Oh my God, what is this? Oh, it's a nice bass. Dang, dude. Yes. I don't know if you guys saw that. Dude, I'm freaking out right now. It's not a giant. It's a good fish though. I said it's not. Every time I say it's not a good fish, it's freaking good. And every time I say it's big, it's a dink. So I guess I'll just say from now on that it's tiny. Oh, that is my first fall fish at this pond. I don't know if you guys know the struggle of this pond, but I told you guys that jig was juice. Dude, I can't even explain right now how I feel, because I had that jig sitting on the bottom. As I was crossing the little path right there, there's a bumblebee. It's a nice fall bass right there. This fish is cold. We're gonna get him back in the water. I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. I knew that jig was about to get demolished. That was the one cast I didn't expect it to get demolished, because I was walking this path, not even working the bait. I felt some resistance, so this fish was barely even hooked. And off he goes. Kind of a weird release right there, not even gonna lie. It was kind of awkward, but that fish did a spin in the water. All right, I'm gonna put the camera down, keep fishing. Let's see what the jig's looking like. This jig, I told you guys, this color's juice. I probably fished this pond 5 or 6 times in the past couple of weeks where I haven't caught any fish and I didn't make a video out of it. But this time, we're making a video out of it for sure. We're gonna add this onto the back of the figuring out how to catch fall bass with the boat, because this is a completely different style of fishing. So we're gonna throw this back out there and hopefully catch another one. But if we don't, I'm honestly happy with that. It wasn't even a dink, it was a nice fish. So yeah, this is the end of the video. All right guys, I definitely wouldn't say that we dialed them in today. I only caught one. Like I said earlier, I'm honestly happy with one, because the past 4 times I haven't caught anything. So I'm just honestly happy that I caught that one. I'm gonna head back and edit this up, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week.